Hey crafters, more Super Orgy fun time with DM Scotty. Today we are going to finish those war banners, and this is part 2, so make sure you watch part 1 before you watch this one. Also, if you're into orcs, go watch my orc tent video also. So let's go to the table and finish up those orc war banners. Alright guys, we got our banner from last time. It's all cut and drawn on. Now I want to make the eye red, so I'm just going to paint bright red onto the paper, just like this. And we'll let that dry for a few minutes. And you can, if you're working on another banner, you can paint the other side of one. With the other banners, I'm just going to paint black on here. And you want that streaky effect because that really gives just kind of a nice old worn flag look, you know, like it's kind of sun bleached and that kind of thing, and worn out, and the colors come off of it, and kind of drag the brush down a little bit and get some darker areas, and see, that's really nice. It really just doesn't look like an even color flag. Okay, now for the eye here, I'm gonna paint out the big areas first, and you want to be careful you don't cover up that detail that you put on there. But so I'm just gonna fill in those big areas first, and then I'll worry about getting the detail after I kind of get the bigger areas filled in. So yeah, I'm just using wet, paint's pretty wet, and I've got some darker and lighter patches on just like the other flag. Now that I've got the major places painted out, I want to kind of fill in the details. So I'm going to use a smaller brush and just start pulling out the black from the details. You want to cover up that pencil mark, but you want to leave the color there. So red is a very light color, and it's very hard to paint on black. So that's why I did this first. I painted the red on there first, and then I put the black on it, because if you tried to put the red on top of the black, it's just kind of a really hard time doing that. So the whites, it's a different story. You can actually paint the whites on the black, but with the red here, it's just better to do it this way. Okay, so I'm just kind of filling those areas in. It's starting to blend into the rest of the flag, and it's really popping out as a really bold graphic there. I really like the look of the eye there. And you know, they're working for the big man, working for the big cheese with the eye. So just kind of fill that in till you're satisfied with it. And wow, that just looked great. You know, just paper and paint, that's all that is. And the eye is looking at you. Yeah. Alright, cool. There we go. There's our eye flag. Now I want to do the hand flag, and I'm going to use just plain white, and I pre-painted this black, and you can see I didn't draw on this one like I did for the eye, so I'm just going to freehand this. Haha, get it, freehand. So I'll just fill it in. It's a very crude picture anyway, so you want to keep that crudeness to it. And there we go, the white hand. Yeah, super easy. That's all there is to it. All right, now I'm going to do a clan of my own, Broken Tooth Orcs, T-O-O-F. And I'm going to kind of paint out Orky's skull here. Sorry, my big fat hands in the way. And you know, the lower jaw with the broken teeth, and I'm doing it very crudely. You know, it's orc. It's not Michelangelo or anything. So just a very crude rendering. So I just painted that right on there with the white, and you can see I didn't paint it all straight white. Some of it's like you can see the black through it. So that kind of gives a neat effect. Okay, now this is a little better. You can see this a little better. I'm going to use some black and do some details in here with a detail brush. I'm going to make the eyes a little bigger. I kind of made it a little too small, and then add some more details to the skull, like cracks and stuff, and make the nose bigger, kind of define the teeth more, and pull them out of the lower jaw. And I can kind of emphasize the cracked tooth there on the orc. So yeah, really filling out some details with just a little bit of extra black on there. Now that I've got the detail in there, I'm putting in some shading, and I think that just adds a little extra touch to it. Really neat. So there we go, we got our broken tooths. Now we got our flag, and we need to attach it to the pole. So that's just a simple matter of using some white glue. So I'll put some white glue on the tabs that we created, and I'm just going to wrap those around the crossbeam pole and just wrap the paper around, and it almost instantly sticks because the white glue on the paper. And so just hold it for a second. You want to kind of push it down with your finger so it meets correctly and holds long enough to the glue to adhere. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Bam. So now all we have to do is just glue it. I'm just going to glue it to the pole so it doesn't pop out. So I'll just put some glue on the pole, mush it down, and just rub the excess off. And so we got nice glue to the pole right there. That's all there is to it. There you go. Nice orc banner. Yeah. Okay, now I want to strengthen this up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some white glue on it, full strength. And you're like, what's he doing? He's ruining the thing. Not really. It'll dry clear. So I'm just going to wet my brush a little bit and then just rub the glue over the surface. So I'm using the water, so it just makes it so it's easy to put on. And then the excess I'll just put it on the back. And you see that kind of straightens out when you put it on the back. It curls up a lot when you put it on the front, but putting it on the back, it straightens right up. And make sure you get the excess off. You don't want to leave big globs of glue on there. And we'll just let that dry up, and that'll harden that up a little bit. Okay, so here's my hand flag, and I had a little spike on the top, so I thought I'd paint it some gunmetal, and my favorite gunmetal there. And I've got some burnt sienna there that I want to use for rust. So there we go. Just pop that on there. Gives a nice little rusty color to that. Can't have the orc banner looking too nice, not dress blues or anything. Okay, here's our eye flag, and I've got the little spikes coming up the top. I'm going to paint those with the gunmetal same way. And just really looks neat. Those varied orc flags just really, war banners just really come across really nicely. Just put a little bit of rust on there, and we're all good and ready for the table. Yeah! Hey guys, I think our orc banners really came out great. You can see I got the broken tooths, the eye, and the hand, and the different styles of the banners just look really cool. There's a close-up of the flag, and the paper just works really well, and the glue adds a little bit of extra strength to it. So there we go. I just think those came out really cool. Some great eye candy for your table or your army, and hope you see you next time on The Craft. Well, hey, you've done it again. You wasted another 10 minutes with a DM Scotty video. But hey, what else are you going to do? If you did like it, give your Scotty a like. Remember to give me a like. Also, subscribe and share these videos. We want to share the love with everybody we can. Also, make sure to join my forum or Facebook group. A bunch of great people. I've said it many times. Also, now a member of Patreon where you can support the DM's Craft. So go check out there. I have a link below. And last but not least, go forth and craft. No more orcs around here. I say no, no, no. Gonna chop down the eye. Yes, yes, yes. Chop, chop, chop.